Truth, culture, politics, no filter. This is Jamaica 87.
Good night, and thanks for having me.
Where are you joining us from, PS, if you don't mind saying?
From Accra, Ghana.
Accra, Ghana. Wonderful, wonderful. Hope to visit there one day. Now, PS, if you could just walk us through, for those who did not see this Gleaner article, what exactly is unfolding? What is the Integrity Commission asking for, and why is the ministry of the view that this might be breaching the privacy rights of public officers?
First of all, it's unfortunate the way that the article was published. To me, it seems like a Gestapo type of operation, and I say that without fear of contradiction. We are fully cooperating with the Integrity Commission. They asked us for a personnel file for 8 persons. We felt that it was a breach of the Data Protection Act. So I said to the parties there, I am willing to give you access to the files. You can come to the office at the Ministry of Health or wherever the files are located. You can look at them under supervision. If you want to take copies, we'll take the copies for you. But I think it would have been out of place to pack up these files and send them off-site to the Integrity Commission. We wrote to them, we told them that they were not in agreement. We sought legal opinion from the Solicitor General. We took the advice of the Solicitor General, and we are where we are. But it is really unfortunate the story was carried the way it was carried, that it gives the impression as though we're not cooperating. There's something in the report that states that I refuse to accept to be served.
Right, which I wanted to get to, right.
That is so far from the truth. That's an absolute lie. One day I was hurrying out of my office to a meeting. I was actually in the car. The driver started moving off when I saw somebody beckoning to me. The gentleman approached me. I rolled down the window. He said, "Mr. Green, I have a package for you." I said to him, "You can take it upstairs. My office is on the 7th floor. You can leave it with my admin assistant. You can even leave it with the security. I will get it." He was insisting that he had to give it to me. I said, "Well, I can't accept it now because I'm actually on my way to a meeting." What is so awful or wrong about that? You know, the Integrity Commission is behaving as though they are in Nazi Germany and carrying out some Gestapo operations.
The line you're referring to here, because I'm looking at the Sunday Gleaner article. We're up on a break. We usually take a break at 6:30. Do we take a break now, studio? All right, let's take the break and come back with more from Errol Green.
Drive the most exciting new vehicles in Jamaica. Schedule your 2024 Ford Ranger pickup or Ford Everest 7-seater SUV test drive now. Call or visit KIG today.
The time by KIG is
6:32. All right, welcome back. Thank you so very much for sticking and staying with us. Now, we're talking with Errol Green, who has so graciously stayed up. It's close to midnight there in Accra, Ghana, where he is. He's the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Health, and he's challenging some of the framing of this article in the Sunday Gleaner, looking at the privacy battle that is unfolding between the government and the Integrity Commission. But Errol Green is saying this framing of what happened in terms of him being served, you're saying this is not the case. You weren't trying not to be served. You're saying that's not the case, Errol Green.
That's not the case. In fact, they served a summons on me to appear before them, and it was not served personally. It came through my office. So I don't see what is wrong. I mean, if the person did declare to me that he had a summons for me or anything like that. He said he had a package for me. And I said, if you have a package for me, just you can take the elevator up to the 7th floor and leave it with my admin assistant. Or if you don't want to do that, you can leave it with the security, as is norm. That is how I get mails and packages under normal circumstances.
So you are saying he did not declare that he wanted to give you a summons. He never made it clear that he wanted to serve you. He said he had a package for you.
No, he said he had a package for me. That's what he said.
All right.
That is what he said.
Now under heading that is a subheading called prolonged resistance. It reads in the Gleaner. Stevenson also detailed what he described as prolonged resistance to the Commission's efforts to serve documents. He said the Commission granted multiple extensions between August and December 2025 before you, Green, allegedly began declining calls and ignoring messages from investigators. Let me pause right there. Is there any truth to that?
Absolutely false. I accept every call. If you call me and I cannot speak to you when I call, that's not evading a call. If you call me, I'm in a meeting and I choose not to answer the phone. But everybody in Jamaica know me. My number is public. I answer every call.
And you.
So that is absolutely false.
All right. It goes on to say a senior investigator alleged in an affidavit that a process server intercepted Green in the car park of the Ministry of Health and Wellness, where Green refused to accept service of the documents and thereafter vacated the premises. And that's what you just explained. You're saying you were not told that he was attempting to serve you. He said he had a package for you.
I was actually inside of the car. The driver had driven off and I saw somebody beckoning to me. I asked the driver to stop. The person came up and said, "Mr. Green, I have a package for you." I said, "Please, can go upstairs and leave it. I'm on the 7th floor. You can leave it with my admin assistant. Or if you feel more comfortable, you can leave it with the security." How is that a
But he never declared to you that.
And I have another difficulty too, and I'm going to be speaking to my attorneys because I was quoted extensively in the article, and nobody from the Gleaner or any other media spoke to me about this matter. If you notice, it was way down almost to the end of the article that they referred to my deposition.
Right. So you weren't.
I read it several times, and I was quoted extensively. I spoke to no media person
on this issue,
neither from the Gleaner or any other media house on this issue.
There's a sentence here, Mr. Green, that says the Commission ultimately served the summons on March 2nd, 2026, more than 6 months after the original notice. Now, for the well-thinking Jamaicans who are out there who may be saying, why does it take you, why did it take 6 months to serve a public official? And we know where the public official works. You are the permanent secretary, the accounting officer of one of the major ministries in the country, the Ministry of Health. Why did it take 6 months?
It just showed the Gestapo tactics. Again, what they're investigating was long before my time at the Ministry of Health and Wellness, So I can't help them with any information. The only thing I can help them with is providing whatever files or access that they need. I have no personal knowledge of what went on or the matter that they're investigating. It happened before my sojourn at the ministry, and I'm cooperating fully with them.
All right.
Yes, they send me some copious questions, and these questions take time to research and to answer. For example, one of what the Integrity Commission is asking me to provide is a copy of the approved plan for the building. Anybody have any sense know that a copy of an approved plan for a building that is up for 20 or 30 odd years old, is that something you can put your hand on just like that?
And that's the building. The Ministry of Health headquarters?
No, they're inspecting some houses that the ministry has in
the
Manly
apartments.
Meadows.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Right, and look from when Manly Meadows was constructed. Manly Meadows was constructed from, I believe, the late 80s or the early 90s. Where do you think we would find those building plans and subdivision plans now? A surveyor's ID report. And all of these must be had at the expense of the ministry. The Integrity Commission isn't paying for these things. These are things that have to be researched. And they're expecting you to respond in days. I think that is unreasonable.
It's a corruption probe. That's how it's being described. And now the impression here is that the health ministry isn't cooperating. You're refusing to provide information that has been requested that would aid in this corruption probe. But you said something earlier that I want to go back
That
to
is not
Errol Green.
true.
Well, if you read the article, this is the framing. I know the matter has ended up in the courts as another leg of the resistance. But you said you told them they could come to the office and view the information that they requested, but they refused?
Right. Because they're telling me, they're forcing me to pack up these personnel files and or send to them. And then they summoned me to come to the office and to bring the files with me to them. And that is when we went to court to seek. I mean, the court is there to split the difference and to hear and to rule what is right from what is wrong. It is my right. It is my right as a human being, as a Jamaican, to seek the protection of the court or the guidance of the court. If the court say to me, Ministry of Health, Permanent Secretary, hand over the files tomorrow, they'll get them tomorrow.
No, man, but
I don't believe that it is a breach of persons' rights.
Hold on there, Mr. Green. You've been around for quite some time in the public service. From I was a very young reporter, I've been interviewing you, Mr. Green. But this is I'm at a loss here. So they request the personnel files. You've told them you can come and view the files that you've requested. We don't want to turn them over to you because of concerns about the Data Protection Act and so on.
Data Protection Act, yes.
And they've refused to come and view the files, the very files that they want you to bring them physically to them.
That's right. That's right.
No, Mr. Green. That can't be the case.
No, but that's what it is.
So how did they justify that? In your correspondence with them, when you told them you can come and see?
Because of the power that they have, they do not think, in their opinion, it is a breach of the Data Protection Act. That's not their view. They believe that they have all authority, and when they summon you or when they speak to you, you must quake in your boots and you must respond immediately. They don't realize that as a permanent secretary, I have things that I have to do. I just don't sit down and wait for requests from the Integrity Commission. It's unreasonable. You can't ask me to provide all this information, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages of maybe 100 and something questions that require research and detail, and you want me to respond to them in days? Come on, man, we must be a little bit reasonable.
Let me ask you, as a public official, we've heard from the politicians, you're a permanent secretary, you are seen to be above that fray, yes? And the Constitution guarantees you some amount of protection in terms of your functions across political administrations. The way the Integrity Commission is functioning, since you've had to interface with them, do you think we need to fix how the Integrity Commission is operating?
I will not go down that road. One thing I can tell you is that their tactics is very intimidatory. That's their tactics, very, very intimidatory.
Expound on that for me.
Look at how they couch the language when they are making requests from you. They're hounding me now, and I don't expect that it is going to stop. And if a matter is before the court, it's sub judice.
But me, they're hounding you. So even though the matter is before the courts, they're still touching base with you about the information?
No, it is now in the public domain, and it was put there by the Ministry of Health or the Solicitor General's Department. And if you notice, persons from that attorney from the Integrity Commission was quoted.
Perhaps the same way they quoted you.
Article. I don't know.
Is it from an affidavit?
I can tell you, and that is why I jumped at the first opportunity to clear my name, and I was seeking counsel on the matter. Because I was quoted extensively. I did not speak to anybody at the Gleaner or any media house for that matter. And if it is that they are quoting from my deposition, then they should make it abundantly clear that there's no doubt that they are quoting from my deposition.
Right. Absolutely. And that seems fair. But I want you to expound a bit more for me. You said something that is very weighty here, Errol Green. You're saying the Integrity Commission comes across as intimidatory in its approach. That's what I'm hearing from you. If you can give me a bit more detail on that.
But I mean, look at what is happening now. Published in the Sunday paper, banner headline, and the worst pictures they can find of me and all of that. Trying to put the Ministry of Health, drag the Ministry of Health into further you know, mud, by saying that we're not cooperating. We are cooperating with them. And if you want the files, you can come when I get back to work, or I'll give the instruction to the person who is acting. If they want the file after the court has dealt with the matter, then I'll make it to them immediately, if the courts have sent it. But as of now, my offer to them is you can come to the office, you can view whatever you want. If you want copies of anything, we can look at it under supervision and you can have it.
So for the well-thinking Jamaican who is looking on and saying they're hearing the government has gone to court to prevent this issue, what is the accurate framing of this matter? What should right-thinking Jamaicans leave with? What is the Ministry of Health, the government, trying to accomplish by taking this issue to the courts?
The same knife that sticks sheep will stick goat. Today for me, tomorrow for you. They do it to me and they get away with it. They may very well ask for any public servant file that they want under their Gestapo tactics and expect people to tremble over to them. I am a guardian of the employees of the Ministry of Health. I believe they have rights, and I believe that they're innocent until they are proven guilty. Again, I'm cooperating with them. That's the only itch they have. They can say that my responses might not be within the time that they're asking, but I believe that the time frame that they're asking is very, very unreasonable. For example, as I mentioned, the issue of the approved building plans and survey ID reports, that's not something that you get in days.
And what's the time frame that they gave you to provide that?
I don't have that information with me right now, but I know it was not a reasonable time frame.
Gestapo tactics. Gestapo tactics is a strong framing. You stand by that.
I stand by that. I know that I know that I'm gonna be hounded, and I expect that I'm gonna be hounded, and I expect that people will be digging up whatever dirt they think they can find on me. But the case Sarah.
Let me ask you this, just to be clear. What exactly are they asking? I know you can't tell us what the documents contain, but what exactly were they asking for? It's being described as personnel files.
They wanted the personnel files, the complete personnel files for 8 individuals who work, or who are working, or past workers of the Ministry of Health.
And in principle, well, it doesn't sound as if you are saying, no, you can't view these files. You're just saying we can't turn them over to you. That's what I'm hearing from you.
Right. That is what I'm saying. I can package them and send them to you. If you want, you can come to my offices. I can find a secure room for you with a senior member of staff for you to go through the files. If you want copies of anything, we'll be happy to take them for you and certify them. But I just believe that it is wrong to package person's personnel file and send them off to another agency just like that.
That doesn't sound entirely unreasonable to me, Errol Green. It doesn't. So you're saying I'll give you access, come and look at them, and you're saying the Integrity Commission has refused?
Yes.
No. Well, the Integrity Commission has questions to answer on that one then. I give you the final word, Errol Green. I know it's late where you are, and I must say, you're Permanent Secretary. I appreciate you staying up and being on with us. I give you the final word. We've gone over time, but I give you the final word.
My final word is that I expect that this is not the end of it, and I expect that the Integrity Commission will be coming at me. But I'm prepared for it. Let the chips fall, really, man. Somebody have to stand up. And I believe it is my duty to stand up for my employees and former employees of the Ministry of Health or wherever else I work. I must protect their confidentiality. And if it is that we've asked the court to interpret, if it is that the courts send packages and send it to them, it will be done. Just be a little bit patient, no man.
And you can give a commitment to the Jamaican people that you've been in the public service across administrations, Errol Green, that this is not an attempt to hide corruption.
Why would it be an attempt? The matter they are investigating happened before I became Permanent Secretary. Some of the people, I don't even know them. So what reason would I have, what motive would I have to be stymieing their investigation?
Errol Green.
And I'm bending over backwards. The Ministry of Health is bending over backwards. We're trying to get the approved plans that they're asking for, the surveyors' ID reports. These things require procurement. They require expending Ministry of Health money to get these things. It's not that we're starting, but they must realize that when they ask for these things, is that something you can just go pick up and send to them just like that. So I think they're very unreasonable.
Errol Green, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Thank you so much, sir, for taking the time to be with us. And